There's nothing more fun than playing God, especially one of those gods that just makes a world and leaves it alone for millennia just to see what happens. And that's what we're going to do again today in WorldBox. Last time, we left 2 humans alone for 10,000 years to see what would happen, and then decided to drop some monoliths on them that caused things to go a bit wild. This time, we're going to just see what happens to a world if you leave it for 10,000 years with just a single monolith in the center. Now, someone in the comments did mention that in the settings, there is a burger. And if you click the burger... Oh, I think I clicked. Did I click it enough? Oh, is that it? This it? Debug menu. Ooh. Yeah, so we want this. Sonic speed. So 20 times speed is certainly fast, but sonic speed, that's going to get us through the years even faster. What else have we got in here? I don't even know. Bench AI innate. Oh, this is all very interesting, but nothing that we're going to use today. So what I'm going to do is grab the monolith, and we're just going to put one right in the middle-ish, which on this very crazy looking map, yeah, I shoved it around there, I think. Hopefully that is actually just one. And now, the easy part for me, as with all the best gods, you just leave it alone and don't interfere. So if I start speed, I mean, this is super speed. Look at this. So I think it's just permanently locked on super. Maybe if I... Oh yeah, I can just scroll it. So it's 40 times speed. Oh, there we go. Interestingly, immediately we've got some stuff going on. So let's see what happens in a little while. Okay, so look, a lot of stuff happened. Also, the audio for this part of the recording went really weird, and I don't know why, so I've had to do this bit in post and tell you what happened. The world went on for a little while, and then the game crashed because using Titanic size is a really bad idea. So I had to restart the game with a smaller map and started it again, and as you can see, we've been 18,000 years, and it's all crab people, apart from one little bit of crystal people down here at the bottom. See, one thing I didn't really realize is that the monoliths can be destroyed. On the super big Titanic maps, it's very unlikely that something like an earthquake will hit it, but on these smaller maps, absolutely, it's going to get hit. So I think the monolith died really early, and then only crabs really remained. However, there is Spire, who is a very, very old, the last of their kind, has been around since basically the first 1,000 years and has been ruling this area for literally millennia, which is quite interesting. However, the problem is with the crab people just taking over, nothing really changed. So in order to try and fix that, I made a little island, tried to add some stuff onto it with a monolith to see if I could evolve some more stuff to try and fight back, and that didn't work either. So in the end, I decided, you know what, time to just let despair reign. So I let despair come in, and that was also a bad idea, because it did get rid of the crabs, but then something else happened, which took another... You know, sometimes experiments don't go the way you plan. We have now over 10,000 sapient population. The year is 28,164. And the cold ones have won. It doesn't matter how I try and fix this. I've tried various things. It is now just literally all cold ones. The guy who was living for 20,000 years got killed about 7,000 years ago, and then I decided to just go full chaos. So cold ones, cold ones, cold one, 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 and then a skeleton and a chicken that's been alive for 0 just spawned. That's it. That's all that's left. Sometimes you try and be hands off, right? I tried to be hands off, see what happened. Turns out it just all became crab people. So I tried to fix that and made a bunch of frog people. So I tried to fix both of those things, and we got basically the end of Game of Thrones, but somehow even worse. Like with all these experiments, we need to do a little bit of purging here. I think we're gonna go with the Tsar bomb. That worked pretty well last time. And I think we just need to get some frames back. So I think we're just gonna do a nice little... Oh, hello. Oh, well, there you go. Just do a little bit of this. Oh, ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely reduced the population. Oh boy. We've had a lot of fun trying to see what happens when you evolve stuff with monoliths. Now it's time to see what happens if you just let the world run itself for as many years as you can before the game overruns itself and dies. First thing we're going to do is make sure that we've got some really interesting stuff here. I don't want to know how much hope we're going to have. It's all random. Hooray! I'm going to go into world laws. We're going to try something different here. So normally we do this glitch noosphere stuff. We're going to probably have Gene Spaghetti and Mutant Bots. That's always fun. Let's see how much stuff we could turn on here. Sapient beings now fall gently via the clouds of life. Animals spawn randomly. And pollen has seeds. Cool. They can go anywhere. Let's just turn everything on. Densely packed with trees. Fast tree growth. Trees can fight. Sure. Plant growth. Plants will irritate or distract nearby creatures. Sure. Trip people over. Make them fall asleep. Floating mushrooms, sure. Probably don't want to turn both of those on. Sure, let's also have some rat kings in there. We'll probably keep that just in case things need a little bit of poking. Oh, you know what, we'll just turn on that. We'll put on Avid Village as well. You know what? Just everything. Yeah, forever creep. Why not? Peaceful monsters. No, we won't. We won't turn those ones on. I think with this one, the fact that it will drop sapient life around will be interesting. So we probably don't need a monolith. Once again, we've turned on hypersonic speed. Oh, that was quick. A village appeared and then it immediately went away. We got some stuff happening. Various things, which is nice, rather than just being one. Although I imagine at some point everything will start to overtake and it will get a bit weird. Well, I think we've got another failure on our hands. And the biggest problem here was, I think, things being so weird means that everything just tends towards crystals. We had a lot of stuff. We had lots of different things. At one point, the sapient population went massively down, and then it went massively up. It's been all over the place. However, everything has just become crystal people again. Not the ice people, at least, but crystal people, the immortal crystal people. And the naming, the language I didn't think got off to a great start, seeing as we've got our villages of Waf, Woof, Woof, Waf, Woof, 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 and Woof. And as you can see, the king is Woof, the capital is Woof, the clan is Woof, 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 Waf. Sometimes you just have to... Alright, for this experiment, we're going to try something a little bit different. I think in world laws, that's the wrong one. I think in world laws, let's have a look what we got going on here. I think maybe we just keep this stuff away, because I think everything starts to tend towards being super weird if you have this stuff. Everyone needs food and they can die from old age. Yes. Maybe we have angry villagers this time. We want the forever creep. I think that might be a problem. Maybe. Fast tree growth and tree spread may have caused problems as well. But let's just add all this. Maybe we add all of this. Exploding mushrooms is funny. Maybe we turn that one off. We just have animals spawning. We'll have one monolith, and if it dies, it dies. And we'll see what happens from there. Maybe without this stuff being on, it won't tend towards just having crystal people. Maybe. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know what happened with this one. We waited a fair amount of time at least, 22,000 years, but it looks like we have cold ones again. But not many. They're all kind of down here. I said I wouldn't add another monolith. I did add another monolith. Hasn't really done much because they're basically stuck because the entire world has been taken over by pumpkins. I've been following this for... God, how long has this been... This kingdom has been alive for 10,000 years. Unchanged, basically. The last war was over 10,000 years ago. We did at one point have all of this woof and waff again. Like, this was basically the entire time, which is woof and waff. And all that just happened again. One kingdom was there for ages because right at the start, the first age of sun killed everyone apart from one man, which lasted for 11,000 years. And then I turned my back and came back and it was all just pumpkins. It's only been heat waves. There's been no other... I don't know what's been happening, but there's just been no other... Like, something happened here 12,000 years ago. Screaming noise came from the sky. And it's just been heat waves with the odd meteor. What? I think they're all starving, maybe? Let's have a look. Look at the king. Where is he? Where's the king? King? There is currently no king. Oh, he just died. Okay, let's get a new king. Okay, new king. Oh yeah, they don't even eat. They don't have a starvation. They have a lot of... He's immune. He's a savage psychopath. They heal over time in the sun. I mean, for ice people, being a pyromaniac probably isn't a good idea. Yeah, if we look at the subspecies menu, sapient species, there are 8. They're all cold ones. Non-sapient. 34. They're all pumpkins, apart from a few crystal swords at the end. Look, they've been around for... These guys have been around for 11,000 years. Once again, the experiment has failed. The other thing is these magic trees. I think these magic trees don't burn as well. So whenever there was a fire, the regular trees would burn away, and these magic trees would then grow because in the world laws, we had the trees that could grow. I stopped fast growth because that was causing them a bit of a problem. Essentially, because they had no borders, they would just go anywhere, and it just became this. And it's been this for many years. We've got to drop one bomb there. Because that's taken out, oh, not as many people as I thought. But maybe that'll help. Yeah, it means that they can start trying to get in there. I think the king's about to die. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. With science, with experimentation, sometimes you got to break a few nukes to cook an omelette or something. I don't know. I'll let it serve it. Let's see what happens if we do some different world laws this time. I'm going to limit the population to 100 for settlements, just to see if that cycles through things more. I don't know if angry villagers did anything. Structures spread their species natural biome over time. That's cool. Glitch, new sphere. We'll turn these on again, maybe. I think born, if they have random, might be better. We want the forever creep again. Probably, we want the roots to stay where they are. I don't mind if they bite back. I don't mind all this. I don't mind the explosions, to be honest. Have the rat king in there. We've got a nice big lake here. What I might do, pop a monolith there. That little island. We've got some cool stuff up here as well. A nice variety. Got some lakes and stuff. Flowers down here. Big flowers. We're also going to make sure that this is randomized straight away. I'm not even going to care if it is hope or not at the start. It's going to be dark at the start. Hell yeah. And then we want to drop our monolith. This time, I'm going to be very strict with myself. No more putting extra monoliths down to try and fix problems. I'm going to leave it. We'll see what happens. We got frogs. We got woofs. If it's just all woof again, we even have orcs. A lot of little things going on. We've got humans over here. Ooh. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, we're all crystals again. Yeah. Yeah. Clearly, this is the future for humanity, for any sapient population out there. We just all become crystals. Everything becomes crystals. Briefly, there was some crabs over here, but they've gone. These bloody crystal guys have been here the whole time. What, they Sam Rice? Jesus Christ. This person's the most well... Jesus, they're very well known. Look at that renown. I don't even know what renown does, but that's a lot of it. Oldest, this person is 20,000? 21,000 years old. They're just pure adamantite everything. They live for 1.5. That's the thing. I think what's happening is, right, is these guys live forever, and they don't need farms. So I think all of the ground here becomes crystal ground. The trees can still grow up. You can't grow food. So just everything else just disappears. So yeah. There was this one down here. Briefly, this was, in fact, I say briefly, for a while, this had like druids in it and then some plague doctors, but it's now become crystal land up here as well. Everything has become crystal, and it's been a status quo for 27,000 years. You know what? Sometimes when you do experiments in science as a weird, not so benevolent god, you get the same outcome. Next time, maybe we'll try something different. Maybe we'll have something less crystalline. Or maybe I'll just continue to rack hours on Steam on this game by just leaving it overnight for several days. Also, this is weirdly satisfying and addicting to watch. Even though it is becoming the same outcome, it is still weirdly interesting. I just wish it didn't have so many bloody people so this slowed down so much. Maybe one day we'll get to 100,000 years with something. But for now, it's all crystals.